Shout out to everybody here on the live. We're going to do things a bit differently here. We're going to run right in. Saturday mornings here, we don't play. Let me just get this link out to the group so people know what's happening. We do have notifications and whatnot, but you got to do what you got to do. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to start in about a minute here or less. No 10-minute countdown today. We're going to rip through Saturday morning. Watch this candle close. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Yeah, baby, here we go. We're going to start it up. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. God bless each and every one of you for being here. We keep the streak alive, baby. The streak never stops. The Ultimate Stream Streak Award. You don't get one of these without being the Ultimate Stream Streaker. That doesn't make any sense. I didn't streak on the stream. Bring that music down. All right. Let's show you what's happening here on the markets today. Slow start to a Saturday, right? As we kind of start to get into the mood here for Bitcoin. It's slow bleed for Bitcoin back to 102.9. Can it hang? That's the question. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Are we going down for a nasty dump on the bigger time frames? Or are we going to get that move further to the upside? And that is the question, my friends. That is the question. We're going to answer it right now. And again, if you're trading, if you love to trade and you're a day trader, swing trader, Saturday is just never usually your day. All right? It's never usually, right? You never know. Every once in a while, Saturday has a big move. It could happen, but it's unlikely. All right? Most likely, Saturday is for low liquidity and just not a lot of movement. So we still got these shorts up here that want to get squeezed to 104, 105,000. They think they're invincible up there, but we got 102,650 is the closest area. We're likely to kind of bleed down to it. Right now, Bitcoin also kind of bleeding as we speak from 950 to 900. Let's take a look at the charts and break it down like we do. Shout out to all my lifers here. Who's here on Saturday morning? Props to Jay Soul. Happy Saturday, everyone. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. You are the answer to your problems. You're the answer to your solutions. It's you. If you're having issues in life, it's you. If you're having a great life, it's you. You're in charge all the time of your life. JSoul84, you know that as well as me. I can't wait to meet you, man, and play pickleball with you, bro. Mr. Lifer used to spend every morning with you. Was a great way to start the day. Shout out to Peter Johnson. Why are you missing me? Come on back. You can figure it out. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. All I can think about is all the great people in my life. Crypto Billy's one of them. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Falling off a tree here. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So, just, you know, whether you believe we're going to go up or down, that's kind of the question. You know, it's funny, but you got people on either side of this war here. What I see right now is a shoulder head, you know, another head and shoulder. They keep doing this. They did it yesterday, right? That was a head and shoulder supposed to drop. It did. Then we got the bounce. Then last night we were bouncing. Then they got the dump. Then we're right here. They pump and dump this thing left and right recently. Right now, though, I see a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder as well that wants to break to the downside. So, to me, it looks like Bitcoin wants to dump down to 100,008, 100,900. All right, back to this kind of little choppy area. Remember, we had the beautiful double bottom that we are holding, 1, 2. So, but right now, Bitcoin looks bearish. Let's be honest. You know, it had enough. It got no movement last night. And again, you expect it, no volume on a Saturday night. Usually on a Friday night, usually never. Like, but nobody cares about Bitcoin on a Friday night. You know, people go hang out with their kids, take their wife to dinner. Everyone's had a long week, man. It's time to lay off the charts. You know, charts are attention, volume is money. And people aren't paying attention, there ain't no money. You have to remember that. So, you got to get, this is the attention economy. All right? Internet of capital. Markets, internet capital markets, man. People are going right to the coin to get the investment. So right now, tomorrow night, we're going to close at tweezer top. And I don't care what anybody tells you. That is a bearish sign. I don't care if people are telling you that we're going to the moon or crypto Twitter screams, yes, 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 yes. Because if you go on Twitter right now, it's we're going up. Crypto's the one, you know. And usually that's when there's a slight pullback. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks straight of love. All right, I just got to point this out. Now, I'm not saying this is guaranteed. Maybe we go sideways, but we are away from the 21-day moving average. You see? I'd like to see what chart patterns say. They say that we're not done yet, honey. But this is a tweezer top. We are going to close a tweezer top. And, you know, that's just something that we have to take into account. It is what it is. That's going to close tweezer top away from the 21. If I saw 5 to 6 weeks, or let's say 1, 2, let's see how long it could take if you hold shift, right? Yeah, 28 days. If I saw 4 weeks of this, and then we pumped, I wouldn't be surprised. It would be a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. So, you know, keep working, keep grinding. Make sure you got that money coming in. Don't stop grinding. I always had money coming in, no matter what I did in my life. I don't care if I hustle. I don't care what I was doing. Night shift, I had money coming in. You know, and then when I didn't have a job, I started some type of company, some type of business. I did something. I never loafed, man. I never loafed. Even though when I was depressed in my mind, at least I had a night shift. At least I went somewhere to get a paycheck, you know. When I was unemployed, I started my own company. Both times I lost jobs, I started a company. So I never loafed, man. My dad told me you can't loaf. You got to keep moving. If you find yourself sitting there doing nothing, something's wrong. You got to keep moving. There's got to be income coming in. This world is too big, too beautiful, too much opportunity for you not to make some income. And then, you know, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say to you should be taking this financial advice. But, man, you got to grind this out every single day. No days off. So we could get a 4-week pullback, 5-week pullback for Bitcoin on the weekly. This could happen. Make the right shoulder, right, and slowly kind of make our way. It could take, you know, till June 30th to really figure all this out. A month and a half, something like that. You know, 6 weeks. So get ready. A week isn't too long. It goes by pretty fast now. If the older you get, the faster a week is. For me, a week's like this now. It goes by in 2 seconds. All right. You got to push yourself. You got to push yourself. So the weekly doesn't look amazing. I got to give it to you. If that closes as such, we got to take it as a bear sign. The 5-day already kind of starting the ascension down with its second candle to the low. 5-day already said I got tweezer tops. It already spoke for you. And there's your 21 lingering after a huge move. I mean, a pullback somewhere down to 99, 98. Heck, could we dip to 95,000? Yes, I'd be looking at 98 and 98.5 as my key area. 99,000 here. But that looks probable. 3-day chart is the one that's like, okay, but still, it's now closing the tweezer top as well. Stronger than the last one. And then the daily is red, bleeding out. And it could easily roll over here. The weird thing is, what if it just all of a sudden doesn't? That's like, they get you when Bitcoin's in this like weird state. But at the end of the day, you got to look at whoever opened up this short up here is in the money. The shorts are kind of in control for the moment. That's looking more and more like a descending triangle. The more I kind of start playing with that, I don't know, that doesn't look too amazing. I got to be honest. Looks pretty descending triangle-esque to me. I mean, we could open it up and turn it into a flag, but then why didn't it bounce off the bottom of the flag there? What's going on here? So it's getting sketchy for Bitcoin. You know, it was looking nice, honestly, until this candle turned red and went down. If this candle had turned green, you had a more lateral move. And again, you'd be like, wow, the movement of a candle depends on how you, yes, every little thing happens and matters here in trading. Like, because look, had this candle been up a little bit, I would have been able to have this candle. It would have been like a nice flag. This red candle is a problem. It's creating a problem in market structure. It's telling me that we have an issue. I could almost think it's almost like, look, we broke the channel. Like we had a nice flag and we're out now. You see? We're touching the 21. We lose the 21 too. You're going to drop to the 50 on that 12-hour. 8-hour time frame. Look at this. The 8 hours rolling over. Looks like head, shoulder. You know, it's like an M pattern feel. And then to the 4-hour time frame. Still got momentum to the downside, and that's an M pattern. I mean, that's an M right there. Look at it. We had resistance. We came up. We got resistance again. And the 4-hour is in an M. I just a 68% chance that's going to break to the downside. You're going to get your measured move, the length of this, and you pull it down here. That's even lower, actually. suggest you're going to dip somewhere even down to here, 98,000. So that looks bearish to me. If we get a dump today, don't be surprised. That looks bearish. What's going to save us is if we got it. The same thing as yesterday, the last 2 days, it's been annoying. They've tested the bottom, we've got a bounce. They've tested the bottom, we've got a bounce. Then they tested the bottom again. Like, they just keep testing the bottom of this trend line. I mean, there's a chance they bring it up, they get it tight, and then we break out huge, right? And then people are like, oh, I missed out. They got us in a tight pocket. Some people are going to get liquidated. Some people are going to make big money. It is what it is on either end. It depends on if you can hang, if you have a plan, and what you're doing. This game is not easy at all, in any way, shape, or form. It's one of the hardest, easiest ways to make money, some people say. So look at the double bottom here. Still kind of in play, but you got to get back above that resistance. So right now, because the Bulls had a chance, because the Bulls were somewhat in control there, and they slumped over, I got to say that the Bears are in control. It's more likely we're going down to 99,005, in my humble opinion. BOOKMAP also wants to bleed us down to 102,650, and the lower it keeps taking us, it's still got this big liquidity at 104,000 saying, I'm going to go to 104 and I'm going to wreck the shorts, but, only time will tell. And, Sam, don't you like being bearish when I'm in a long? I don't really care, man. It's not about you. You know what I mean? I know you want it to be about you, but it's not. Yeah, sorry. So we take a look here at the 4-hour time frame, or the 1 hour. The 1 hour is still back on the top of that channel. The funny thing is I'm in a long too, so I'm not bearish. I'm just showing you. That's what people don't realize, man. When I show people what's happening, I might be going against the grain. But that's a head and shoulder pattern right there. If you deny it, you're denying, math. You're denying years of math. That says we're going down. So we got an M pattern that says we're dropping. We got a head and shoulder that says we got two strong patterns that are bearish on the morning. Again, we could bounce. Let's see. The move would take us to basically the triple bottom. Would we be testing 101,650 yet again? So, shout out to the dedicated people that come this early. I feel like we're entering a phase where people want big dips on Bitcoin but don't get them. But I guess feelings don't matter in this game. Bitcoin does not reward the procrastinated trader. It does not. It rewards someone that takes action when the fear is very, very, very high. The fear was at 10, which, at a low. But when the number's low, that's when it's high, if that makes sense. So again, we're at the whim of Bitcoin. We need the bounce here today. And then even if we get the bounce, we're going to go sideways, and then Bitcoin's going to have to make another big move. Right? And some say bullpen it. I'm open-minded for it, but it does have that symmetrical triangle vibe. Breaks up, we're going to an all-time high, 106.50, 108, right? 106.500, 108. It breaks down, we're going down to 99.4. That's just kind of the facts here, right? Or at least coming to test 101.6, and then we'll go from there. But Bitcoin. And so even if we get the bounce today, which we could, and defy that head and shoulder, which is against the odds. So right now, the odds are telling you that they want to break down. The charts are saying, I'm in an M pattern, I'm in a head and shoulder. Mainly, when I see these patterns, we break to the downside. So that's what's going to happen. You didn't expect that, did you? You didn't. So you never know what's going to happen, do you? No. So you should always tell yourself and stay open-minded, right? See how I just played with your mind? But you got to understand these concepts, all right? Very important. So Bitcoin, what now? Is it time to short? Is it time to long? Number one, I wouldn't do anything on the weekends. If I was already in a trade, let it cook. But if we need to bounce. There's really nothing to that. We have to bounce, and it's likely we're going to dump. Let's look at our 15-minute time frame. It's trying to make an inverted head and shoulder off the floor there. I mean, that's an inverted. Look at your 7. It's a clean inverted head and shoulder if I've ever seen one. There's a Sammy Cup in handy there. Sammy Cup and handy to the upside. So now you're looking to see if that 7-minute could cup and handle our way back out of this for some, and bounce. Bit of a double bottom on the 7 there too. Look, we had the same inverted head and shoulder yesterday on the 7 that saved the day. Can we do it yet again? But listen, we got to get back above 103,650 to remain bullish. You know, we fell off last night there. Look at that shoulder, head, right shoulder. There's an M right there. Dump. So I'm looking for a bounce here. Small time frames are showing signs of a possible bounce back to the upside. The bulls haven't had a lot of volume. The bears haven't had a lot of volume. We've just been stuck in this range. The high at 104.5, the lows down at 102, 103, and just kind of doing this. My prediction for the day is that Bitcoin will get the bounce, get back to get tightened here. They'll make it look so bearish, but they'll flatten the shorts. That's my prediction. Again, I'll keep you guys privy because something could change that I got to, like, we might lose this level. And then I say, hey, it's time to short. We're below a 200 MA or something. So you got to watch this cup and handle inverted head and shoulder on the 7-minute time frame. You got to. Right? If I believe in love, I believe in you. You know what I mean? I believe in cryptocurrency. But you got to believe in this cup and handle, right? I believe in you, cup and handle. You can do it for me. So, beautiful inverted head and shoulder. 103,429 would be that local target for Bitcoin back to the chop. Through the gap of the VRVP and bouncing off of this point of control there. So, let's see. We do have resistance now locally, 103.70. If you can't get back above that, expect more downside. So we could very well roll over. This could turn into some type of flag. And the next hour, if the 7-minute doesn't really get above the beginning of the cup there, right, or that point of the cup there at about 103.100, you'd have to assume you're rolling over. So in the next hour or two, you're going to be able to figure out whether we're bouncing or not just by watching the 7-minute, 5-minute time frame. They're going to tell you what's happening. The 1 minute's about to use my model, which is to break above the 200 MA with the 21 coming through and make a nice move. So the 1 minute is about to change the game. Or look, it either gets the pump above the 200 or it gets rejected. The rejection means we're in for some sauce. So I'd watch your 1 minute and your 7, 1 minute and your 5. They're going to teach you a lot today. 1 minute rolls over and start to continue to drop, then we're done. You got to see this inverted head and shoulder break out this cup and handle to the upside, go back through the gap there to 101, 103,400. Yeah, I like it. I like that. I like this update. I just got so much insight from my own update. You know, I really can see and understand what's happening. But if I didn't do this update in the morning, I would have woken up just not really understanding what's going on. Now I can go on the rest of my day. And if I watch Bitcoin, whatever it does, it's going to make sense to me. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh no, what is Bitcoin doing that for? It's all going to come together and make some sense. And that's important as traders. So I'm more bearish than bullish, to be honest. We got to get a bounce, meaning the bulls have to show up. It's more likely that we're going to dump out of that head and shoulder. And so the odds are we're going to dump today. And the places we're going to dump to is about 101,450. So that's it. That's your update. And watch your 1 minute and your 7 for a bounce. If you don't get a bounce soon, we're likely going to continue to roll over. That's the update for Bitcoin. All right, there's really nothing else you can get. That's the best update you can get. Arizona did not pass the revised bill of the Bitcoin Reserve. They did not pass the bill to crack down on Bitcoin ATMs. There was so much misinformation on the subject. They're horrible, man. Yeah. It's some IMF, you know, we know what they're doing. WEF, you know, we're all set. We're going to figure it out. We do our thing. We don't even have to recognize the evil to destroy it. We just have to keep becoming great. You have to understand that? You don't have to recognize the evil to destroy it. You just have to keep becoming great and keep becoming good. You don't fight evil by going after evil. No. I've learned. You know? Hey, I'll give you a cool little idea here. Let's just say there was a positive guy who did something and the government didn't like him. So they started campaigns against him. Right? And they started running their mouth and try to, you know, basically hurt his influence. He could go and combat them every 5 seconds all day long. Or he could secretly build an army of people that think opposite of this opposition underneath them. So eventually he opens the hatch and there's 1 million of the opposition pouring out. And then the opposition can't even compete. This is the skill of defeat. This is how you win. You don't win right here. You win here. Building your army. Okay? There was things I didn't like. There was injustices that went on. I wanted to kind of, you know, go hard. That would have taken me off the game. Right? They would have been able to use that as a way. Instead, I built an army of beautiful people with beautiful minds. And I helped build people up that were lost, and I helped find people that needed that extra push. And lo and behold, we have ourselves a lifer unit, an army, a group of people that just can't be broken now at this point, because life has tried to do everything to break us, and we're not broken anymore. So we're ready for war. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how you win. That's how you win. That's how you win. All right? And a lot of people don't know the sauce behind what I'm doing every day, but eventually it will be revealed to you over time. 10 years from now, you're going to see who I really was, what I was really doing, but I'm not revealing all that just yet. That's going to take its time. All right? Emotional responses are never good. Amen. If price got more low, the price better to long. Hey, I keep continuing to add to BTC. Adding to Bitcoin in these areas is a good, humble idea, in my humble opinion. So this is where I stand with Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if I feel like it's going to roll over. The small time frames have to show me something right now. And again, I wouldn't overtrade on a Saturday. I just wouldn't. Fear and Greed Index was at 70. Went higher to 74. Pushing ideas that there should be some profit taken. Anytime we get in there, it can't be the worst thing in the world. It usually means we got somewhat of a pump. I usually think 89 and 90 is the better place to take some profits. But we're pretty close. Right? Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Patrick Power. Shout out to Sean Kai. Shout out to OG Blockchain in the house. Shout out to Tony Rosas. Shout out to Rick Ritchie. And all my awesome people here on the live stream. Shout out to Nick Flip, After Hours Investing. Been with me for a long time. My man. Rave Song Records in the house. It's always what you don't know it is. It's always what you don't know it is, right? Amen. So that's why you have to go with what you don't know. If it's forwards, it's backwards. If it's there, it's not. If it was there, it was then. If it is now. Wait. I sound like Kamala Harris. Shout out to everybody here on the live. What a laughing stock of the world. Like, she's the laughing stock. They actually thought she was going to get it. Wow. That's how insane those people were. Like, you can't produce. That's what they threw at the American people. I'm over it, but dang, wow. Like, when you look back on it, it's really crazy. At the time, like, they're trying to feed you the nonsense. When you really look back on what was happening, oh my God. We had a president who was in senile. The whole world knew he couldn't even talk. The guy could barely walk. He was falling off his bicycle, falling off the stairs. And then we had people who wouldn't admit he was senile, who were trying to tell us that they were telling us the truth. How are you going to tell me the truth? You don't admit the guy can't even talk. It was insane, man. And then people still wanted to go, like, die on a hill over it. I couldn't believe it. Like, come on, man. Let's get to common sense and brass tacks here. Like, the guy can't talk. The guy's mumbling jumbos. You know, he wants mango sorbet before he wants to sign a bill. Let's get real. I thought that was a pretty good line, the mango sorbet. You know? I just came up with it. I'm going to start everybody wants to do comedy, Sam. Shout out. I get it. So, can the Sammy Cup and Handle save the day here? Can the longs push us back to the top of the channel? You have to understand, we push us back. This is insane. We push back here today. We get the bounce. There's a chance this is a flag that breaks out. We dump. This flag's over, man. The next 2 hours could change the next 3 weeks. People don't realize how sensitivo this is here. I mean, finally getting a bit of a bounce. Look, another double bottom, higher low, possibly getting a bounce here on the 1 hour time frame. This is unbelievable. And so here we stand at this cup and handle now on Saturday morning. So this is your fate. All of our fate awaits here. Tight moving averages suggest a bump is coming. I actually like it. I'm not going to take it on a weekend. I'm going to be smart. A lot of days you'll see me make that trade right now, though, and then come back tonight. So tonight I come live at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is a cool time, right? Let's find 8 p.m. on Saturday on the chart, shall we? So here we are at 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. I'm on the 1 minute chat. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame over here. So if that is a cup and handle, we do get the move to the upside. 8 o'clock is 1600 because it's 6 plus 12, which would be 8. Okay. 18. Wait, I'm out of my mind, right? No, that's 4 o'clock. Yeah, 18. Yeah, 1800. No, 1800, 6 o'clock. I'm crazy, bro. 20, yeah, 4 hours before 12. 20 is 8 o'clock. That's 8 hours after 12 o'clock. Let's get real. 20. So there's where we will be live. I like to put a green box where I believe price action will end up when I show up tonight. So I'm going to go with the Sammy Cup and Handy breaks out. And I'm going to go the fact that we kind of make a slow move. We could go all the way up, but we make a slow move to the upside. And we end up right there in that green box tonight. We could roll over, end up right here in this green box. Either one. We should pick the odds. Like, what do you guys think? We have the A team and the B team. Which team you want to be on? I'm going for the long. I'm calling this move here to the upside. Right? I'll put a circle so you can't, he put 2. I'll delete the other one. But I believe we're going to that green down. That's what I believe. This is fun. Something could change, and I'll put an update in the trading group in 2 hours and say, hey, we have to short. So, I don't know what's going to happen. But this is just a fun little game we play when I come back tonight at 8 p.m. Green box, baby. How close can Sammy get to the green box is the question. Can he nail price action to the number at 8 hours from now? That's a fun little game. I've done it many times. I've got it in the green box, clipped it, at least a piece of it. I make it a couple candles long, so it gives me a little bit of leeway. You know what I mean? Team all the way, brother. Both sides of the same coin. Thinking we won anything is delusional. God bless you. Amen. Yeah, time seems to speed up exponentially. I feel that. Yeah, it does. Time feels faster than it ever did. Let's take a look at that coin market cap and see what's happening on these alts. So ENA had an interesting bounce recently. Hyperliquid holding it down. Really one of the strongest coins in the game. It has a use case. People like to use it. Trump coin got pumped up recently and is holding some levels, but down 10% in a week. Farcoin held above $1 nicely. Render held above 450. We want to see it get back above 5 though. Caspa showing a lot of strength. Solana showing good strength, 167. Juke, man, get back above $1. We know we're ripping. That's when you know the market's in a really good spot. Juke's back above $1. Ondo's back above $1. Say, we're going to take a look at Say. It's been a while. Cardano, so just, lackluster for the altcoins today. Not a lot of love. And you kind of want to look at your landscape. This just shows you kind of where the money's at. And you can see almost every coin down. People sold them off after that pump. It was a very fast, I'll take it. Launch coin, interesting. And Kita. Kita keeps coming up. I'll be nice enough to show you the daily token metrics insight. And it's Kita. Kita. Like, they're all about Kita right now. So I keep hearing Kita. Whether on a campaign, I don't know what they're doing, but it is what it is. Everyone, I would love you to sign up and go to Bitcoin 2025 here in Las Vegas. It's going to blow your mind. Look at all these beautiful people that are going to be there, including me. They should put me there. I should Photoshop that and put my face in there. Sean, you got to put me right there next to Trump. But it's going to be amazing. I'm excited. You should be excited. It's going to be awesome. Good times for all, man. Good times for all. You got J.D. Vance, Ross Albright, Michael Saylor, Cynthia Loomis, right? A lot of amazing, amazing talent there. Robinhood CEO, which I'm like, I like Jack Mahler, the CEO. But this is going to be awesome. Peter Schiff. Why is Peter Schiff going to come? So funny, right? Why does he even get to come? All he does is hate on it all the time, right? But you got Lynn Alden, the Winklevoss twins, Arthur Hayes. Everyone and anyone's going to be there. Donald Trump Jr., right? Eric Trump. You got a lot of amazing people here, man. So I cannot wait to see you all and be a part of the amazingness. It's going to be good times. Good times. Stay away from that dude, right? Get a really weird feeling there. I'm not going to say who, but wow, that's creepy. Very creepy. Next space is on the radar. Space and time is on the radar. Remember, O-Ball is on the radar. Got a lot of new coins that came out the last few weeks, and new coins keep coming out every day. Privacy, all right? Redstone, it's on the radar. For some reason, something's brewing with that coin. Layer 0, XRP, there's Obel Technologies. This is just the newest coins that I see. 3D Pass, P3D, all right? Bitcoin gets the bounce. Might get a little bit of altcoin love today, but it's not going to be amazing. Stream from the sphere. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the ride, man. Proving out some long-held theories. Proving out some long-held theories. Amen. Shout out to Giver's Gain, man. Hey, either you gave me I don't know, maybe you sprinkled the sauce on me when I saw you that day. But after I saw you, man, I definitely started elevating my life. I mean, the death of your father will elevate you or it will either make you or break you, right? Your father dies unexpectedly at the age of 40 years old and a month before your 41st birthday, and it's going to make or break you. It's going to make or break you. Maybe it was a month before let me see, he died 2 years ago in May, a month after my birthday, right? So, yeah, he died when I had just turned 40 when he died, man. I miss my dad a lot. Last night, I was like, really wanted to have a conversation with him. I talk to him in my head, and I hear what he would say to me, and I feel his presence in my heart and soul. You know, but I can't hear his voice like I used to. It's not the same in the physical realm as you connect in that spiritual realm, but it is what it is, man. We go through these ups and downs every single day. And I carry the burden of the death of my mom and dad on my shoulders every day. It happened unexpectedly. My mom died while she was talking to me. She had a stroke on Thanksgiving Day a year and a half ago now. And I thought, man, it hasn't even been that long. And I feel like we're supposed to heal so fast. But like, wow, it hasn't even been that long, man. I'm just, some days it hits me pretty hard. Other days I don't think about it. I keep moving. I'm the lifer. A lot of new things are happening. I'm getting calls, meetings, opportunities, right? Getting flown to Dubai. Like, it's amazing. But, man. And God, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for the trip to Dubai. Thank you for the ability to be with my family and friends every day. Thank you for the ability to go after my dreams, not have to work for someone else. I'm so blessed. Every day I know I'm so blessed. So blessed. So look, can Bitcoin break out of this symmetrical triangle? This is it here. It's either breaking down or breaking up. This is it. These mainly break down, but we got the cup and handle holding us. We're going to know in the next hour whether Bitcoin breaks up or down out of this channel, and that's going to tell the story too. Above the 200 MA is my strategy right there. You're above the 200, touching the 21. My strategy says we should pump here to 103, 196 for Bitcoin. I would advise some level of therapy. You guys are my therapy. God is my therapy. But hey, maybe I will. Yeah. Therapy ain't bad. There's no reason for it. Grief therapy, whatever. I don't really got the time at the present moment for therapy. I use this live stream for therapy. It gets me through, man. Yeah. And I thank God for my dad, man. I thought all the things he made me so strong. He made me to be able to start a channel and do what I do live every single day. He made a very strong individual. Like, God bless my father. He built a human. He built a tough human, man. He built me. He did a great job. I look at my life and I see what I've done and what I've accomplished, where I'm at. And I say, man, a lot of this has something to do with my father. My father raised me. You know, I take responsibility, but wow. I had a good dad, man. And so then I thank God for the good dad I had. And then I go back to gratitude. So whenever I think about the passing of my father, I go back to gratitude. Honestly, once your mind is set into gratitude frequency, everything will bring you back to gratitude. The worst pain that most people will get mad about, you'll be like, oh, I'm so grateful for that. Everyone else will learn how to complain about it. See, complainers will habitually complain and go low frequency. There should be a better word for gratituders. We got a word for complainers. How about gratituders? You know what I mean? People that are always making it better. People that are always looking for the better situation. A complainer is always looking for the worst situation. You know, we were on top of the Burj Khalifa. We were having the best time. We had the VIP. My buddy was like, I hear these two people complaining about how it wasn't good enough. You know, they paid for the amount they paid. It wasn't as good as they thought it would be. Why not just enjoy the ride and be happy you're there? Like, what's the point of hurting the situation? If that was the case, who cares? You don't note it and move on. It's not even worth talking about. Make time. My dad passed 6 months after yours. I found your channel around the time your mom passed. Man, I've been on a journey with you. Prayers up. God bless you, man. Shout out to everyone that has been through the ups and downs with the lifer. So we're in the symmetrical in the 1 minute. That's either going to break down very fast to 1027 or up to 101, 1032. And then the bigger picture is we're in this little cup and handle that could get us the bounce back to the upside on the 1 hour. That's on the bottom of this channel. We also see a giant head and shoulder that doesn't look amazing. And if you go to the 4-hour, it also looks like an M pattern that wants to roll over on you. So it looks pretty bearish, but they've been doing it. They make it look real bearish and then flipping it. So I'm still in a long. We'll see where this goes, but it doesn't look good. These mainly break down, so this shape mainly breaks down. So right now, at the present moment, the 1 minute suggests that it's going to dump. I don't know what's going to happen for sure. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. That could be a dumpy Saturday, to be honest. Most likely we get nothing. And then I gave you kind of where we're looking at, where we're going to be tonight at 8 p.m. right there. If I see any altcoins throughout the day, I'm going to pump them out at you. These Saturday updates are not similar to the weekday show. They're just updates to kind of show you what's happening. If you're in the trading group, you get an update like this every single morning for Bitcoin. I would condense this into a 5 to 8 minute update, and you get it every single day. Between 7 and 8 in the morning, every single day, Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And then you get it as well every night before I go to bed, somewhere between 10 and 2 a.m. Sometimes earlier, it depends on what's happening in the market. Sometimes I wait for it to give you the most insight because I'm watching a candle close or something like that. All right. So stay tuned, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm here every single day. If you like this technical analysis, you like the way I did the sauce, show up every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And then these impromptu, cool little morning updates that I do every single Saturday and Sunday morning, just to kind of keep people on track. I know people need it. I need it. So we all have to stay responsible for ourselves and keep pushing. This looks like it's going to dump. And I'll be honest, then you have to assume that head and shoulder is going to take us down on the 1 hour time frame. That measured move is 101,600, 101,500 really. Psychological support and resistance. So it's all there for you, folks. I wouldn't, altcoins usually don't do well when Bitcoin's going to dump. And if Bitcoin makes a pump, it doesn't look like it's going to be an amazing pump. So you get some altcoin love, but it doesn't be amazing. So I would touch grass and take a deep breath and don't put too much weight on the price action today. Look, it's going up and down, left and right. They got a loose order book. Be careful. I'd set a trade on a bigger time frame and go out and hang out with your family and kids. That's what I would do, So there are going to be days where you have to trade Saturday. The bull run's going to be crazy, and it's going to be insane. And it's going to be pumping from Friday night, and we're going to be like, oh, my God, and it's not going to be the same. So cherish the days that you can leave the market a little bit away and hang out with your family, because there's going to be days you can't. So pick and choose these days. Remember, the market's not, my probabilities are even good about saying, hey, this is time to go hang out with the family. That's a good thing about being a good trader. You can look at the market some days and know when it's a good day not to be in the market at all. You'll come back and know you were pretty accurate. Like some days I know we're going to go sideways. The market tells me that. I go out all day. I don't pay attention. I come back 8 hours later. The market's probably much where it was when I started. You know what I mean? And you knew because that's what the market told you. Then there's market days I know there's going to be a pump. Like the percentages are high. So I don't know anything, but I know when the percentages are very high that things are going to go my way. And that's what I do know for sure. When the probability is saying, hey, this is about to happen. And you got to heed probability. All right? So I'm still along, just so you know. Who knows what could happen here. Lifer, thank you so much. I've been watching almost daily for about 4 to 5 years. I came for the TA, still do, but now besides myself, you're the only one encouraging me. Thank you. Chris, man, you're an amazing person. You have an amazing gift. That gift to help others and to become an awesome... Everyone here could be a guiding light for everyone else. You have a choice right now to be the lily pad for all the frogs around to bounce off of, or to be an open space of water that nobody can use. What do you want to be? You want to be a lily pad? Do you want to help people get to where they're going to go? Or do you want to be the missing link where no one can bounce there? Nothing, just open space. It's up to you. Build your roots, grow strong, let the sun in. Become a strong lily pad. Let other people use you to bounce from. Show other people that you can become a crossroads for their energy to be exemplified. You've got this more than you realize. You can do this more than you believe. Yeah, the Celtics just completely collapsed. That was horrible. Horrible. And God bless Jay Soul and his kid's birthday, man. May you have a wonderful birthday today. What's your kid's name? We don't want to get too personal, but little mini Jay Soul, we love you. And we hope you have a wonderful birthday. Your dad's an amazing guy that loves you. He works so hard to make the best for his family, including saving and then trying, doing everything he can to make it happen. You're going to win, Jay Soul. Remember that. Repeat after me, my brother. You're going to win. Say right now, under your breath, man, I'm going to win. Sam won, and Sam was down and out. Sam was on a night shift. Sam drank. Sam did drugs. Sam was a mess. And Sam won. And Sam's winning. So if Sam wins, then you can win, man. Come on. Come on, baby. If I can win, everybody here on this stream can win. If I can wear the nicest suits in the world, travel the world, have a blast, and do everything I've ever dreamed of, then you can too, man. I'm not different than you. I'm not special. I'm not superhuman. All right? We're all Kobe Bryant. We're all Tom Brady. We all can be Cal Ripken. We can show up every single day. All right? Will that be a diamond on the 15 showing a breakdown, somebody says? Let's see what he says. Like here? I don't know. Or like there? I see a diamond on the bigger time frame. Like I'm going to show you what I see here. On Bybit here. Some are seeing a retest that like they broke out of this trend line and it's retesting. See? Crazy, right? There's always going to be different perspectives. But one thing I do see, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, it's a bit hard to deny that this is a diamond. And it's starting to play out like a diamond should. And if a diamond comes in the bottom, it's going to dump down the bottom and dump down pretty nastily all the way back down to 97,000. You could see the pathway, right? So, I mean, that looks sketchy. I got to give it to you. I'm showing you how we're going to figure out what's going to happen. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm showing you how to watch what could happen. And I'm not trying to be right. I'm just, the 1 minute and the different time frames that will kind of reveal to us what's going to happen. Yeah. Just not drinking is a win for me, 100%. Giving up alcohol has changed my life. The last few days, every time we have a guest here, my wife buys some wine for a guest. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll sip some wine late at night. I'm still like, you get it? It still like lingers in my mind to do the wrong thing. It's so strange. Luckily, I forgot about it, and then it moves on, and I don't give in. And I don't give in. Yeah, so we definitely could get a move to the downside, everybody, and don't be surprised. Strong double bottom has held us so far, hugging a higher low. So my suggestion is to lay off. I'm not Mr. Altcoin today. I don't see tons of pumps. We're watching the 1 minute time frame in this cup and handle. And it's either going to break up or down in the next 2 hours, I'd say, and then we're going to go from there. If that happens, then we're bouncing to the top of the channel in the 1 hour. We're bouncing back to the top of that channel there. Sorry, messy price action. Like if someone came in right now, they'd be like, what is that nonsense? I'd be like, yeah, well, that's me I'm showing small time frames and big time frames at the same time. But let me just show you real easily what's going on. Just like to use another chart without any lines. I get it. It's got to be neat. Can't be all over the place over here. I mean, some say bull pennant about to break out. I'm long because it looks like a bull pennant to me, and I'm more bullishly biased. So we're looking for a bounce off the bottom of this channel. We're looking for a bounce here today. As weird as it could be. Falling wedge break back to the upside. The small time frames are going to tell you how to figure it out earlier than most. If this rolls over, you're dumping. This starts to pump, you're making that reversal. And that's how you do it. All right. We're zooming into there and looking at the probabilities in the small time frames that will lead to the move in the bigger time frame. Very simple, right? It makes sense to me. Most people, they don't understand, but it makes perfect sense to me. I want to see you at Bitcoin Las Vegas. I really do. It would make my dream come true to see you there. I have a link. I do get a commission if you jump on in, but it really doesn't matter to me. Ross Albright showing up too. Gotta love it. Looking great after getting out of prison too. I mean, you can't, So happy to hear he's out too. You know, the faith that one day, somehow, some way, his mom found a way and he got out. That's amazing. Yeah, out of any trade, still market picks a direction. Yeah, exactly. Started watching this channel a year ago. First thought was, look at this fancy dude with his suit and all. Gave me weird feelings. But oh man, I'm glad I gave you a chance. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, a lot of people get weird when they see someone living their best life. They're like, why does he look like he's just doing it? You know, I want to know what he's doing. I want to find out how he's so excited, so happy, so positive. What's happening in his life? All right, I'm staying disciplined. I'm believing in God, and I'm covering all the bases. Spirituality, connections with people in my family and friends, a good business, right? Not working for anybody else. And then working out every day and keeping my vitality high in my mind right. So, like, those 4 things, man, so important. The spirituality, connection to God, the connection to people, a financial connection to make sure you're actually doing something in life, and then a physical connection to your body to make sure you're nailing it. And that's wealth. That's true wealth. If you have those 4 pillars of life taken care of, that's wealth. Period. That is wealth. You can't be really rich. If you're a billionaire and you're so fat that you can barely walk, you're not wealthy because you're worried about your health right now and you can't really enjoy yourself. So the money doesn't really exist that much when you can't enjoy your health. You could be the healthiest guy, go to the gym every day and be a broke joke that can't support a family. No one wants to be with you. That's not fun either. I've seen guys, they look great. They're in good shape. All they know how to do is work out. They catch a gym membership for $70 a month. I get it. They look good. They got discipline, but they have no clue of how to actually build wealth. Right? That's not fun either. All right, then there's the person that has got a great body, got a good mind, but they don't believe in God at all. They have no morals. They don't really, they follow no compass. I don't think that's wealthy. And then there's someone that gets, believes in God. It's actually almost impossible to believe in God to have bad relationships. Like, God creates good relationships because you believe people are special. And when you believe people are special, you look for special things in people. When you believe people are special, you look for special things in people, man. And when you look for special things in people, what do? You find them because the world gives you what you're looking for, right? You ever hear you buy a car and then you start seeing that same car everywhere? And it's happened to all of us, right? Or you finally drive in a car, or a certain car, the white Jeep Cherokee, and then everywhere you go, you see a white Jeep Cherokee because the universe shows you what you're looking for. So if you're looking for nasty, negative nonsense, you're going to find it. If you're looking for beautiful, awesome people, you're going to find them. If you believe people are great, you're going to find greatness in people. That's a new quote that I just made, and I'm going to stick to it. If you believe people are great, then you're going to find greatness in people. That's what you're going to find. I'm going to leave you with that, everybody. I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I thank you for listening to my philosophies, my ideas, and my ups and downs. I'm not always right. I'm not always the best. But I am the most consistent guy on YouTube. I can tell you that. I love each and every one of you. I will love you to the end of time. And I thank you so much for being here with me. Remember, you are one of the greatest people on earth. Everyone needs program your reticular activation system, the RAS, 100%. Amen, dude. Amen. You can reprogram neuroplasticity. Do the same thing over and again. Your brain will change. I changed my brain from doing this live stream every day. I changed the way I thought about myself. I changed who I was. I now know I'm the most consistent guy in the game. I wasn't always. I changed my thought process, which changed my life, which changed my behavior, which changed the outcome. You can too. You're not in the same tax bracket your mother and father were in. You could change your life. Go be great. Go do something amazing. Remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. The secret to success. You know what the secret to success is, right? It's getting started.